Hello Libra, welcome to your collective love reading. I work with the Goddess Guidance cards, astrological cards and destiny cards. Please don't forget to subscribe. Okay, let's see what we've got here. We've got Rhiannon. So a little bit of magic required, or you are exhibiting a little bit of magic at this time, which can be many things to many people. It really depends on your point of view in life and what you see as magical in others and in yourself. Ultimately, it's all about manifestation, really. Your words are spells, so work your magic. Every relationship is a meditation, so you can see things from that point of view now. We've got Butterfly Maiden Transformation, so your person is pretty much going through that. They may be a little bit fearful of taking steps forward at this time, but they should leave that fear behind because it's absolutely the right thing for them to be doing now. Una easy does it, so don't push, don't worry about how things are progressing for you and your significant person. Just stay on course. Everything is working out exactly as it should. We've got Kali's endings and beginnings, so some cycle is ending and some cycle is beginning, or possibly one of you is coming out of a situation and you're now going into a new situation together. So there's some sort of transition occurring here. It could also be that you've been through quite a bit together in your relationship currently, and now you're starting a new cycle within the relationship. You know, you go through different phases in a relationship, especially if it's a long-term one. You go through many phases. Okay, Damara guiding children. So this is about getting in touch with your inner child as well. The playful side of your relationship, the inner child, the fun things, the staying in the present moment, and you may also have children as well at this time. We've got Sedna, infinite supply, so you are supplied for today and all of your tomorrow. So this is a lovely card to be having. It's saying exactly that you're not to worry about your resources, that you will be provided for. So we'll get to that a little bit later. Let's do the astrological cards now. Okay, Neptune. So definitely a bit of magic. You need to work your magic here. You may have to give up a little bit of your time and energy as well to support others, specifically your significant other, or just be emotional support for them, you know. But it could also be that you're in a really quite a dreamy space at the moment, and you could be getting a lot of information in your dreams. You could be connecting to a variety of aspects while you're astral traveling or in your sleep. It could also just be that you're in a really sort of dreamy space, but also very inspirational space and very artistic space. So we'll get to that. We'll have a look at that. Okay, your person definitely going through massive, massive changes. Pluto transformation, and they've got Butterfly Maiden also saying transformation. So they are going through a tremendous amount, and it's all good. It's all good. So you may be seeing them in that light at this point, but they are definitely transforming. It's far too many cards. Let's see if we can get it down to a few more less. We've got Mercury retrograde, reinvention. So this is why Una is here. She's saying just go slowly, just step by step, let the universe handle things. It's already in divine timing. Everything is in divine timing, but it's in perfect timing. So everything is happening exactly as it should. There's no need to push or force at this point. Mercury retrograde suggests a pause period now, back to the drawing board to have a little reinvention or a revision or a review. That's what you need to be doing right now. This one wants to come out. We've got Leo, I will. So a positive endings and beginnings occurring here. These are all necessary. They all need to happen to bring in fresh energy. So we've got first house messages, so communication. Sorry, third house messages, communication is important. I'm going to put this on the bottom. So we've got Sun Spirit, lovely card. This is a very positive card to be having anywhere in your reading. And this is indication of good things to come, of positivity, joy, happiness, abundance, creativity, being noticed in some way, shape or form. You may have to step up and prove yourself, but when you do, that opens many, many, many doors for you. So you may have to step in to take a new role or to fill a position which has been cleared by somebody else, or just to fill in unexpectedly. It could be very unexpected, but it's a beautiful card, very optimistic card, all good positive things. It's only positivity with this card. It's also about you, you may be your life force, your chi, your vitality, your energy is going to be very high. So you're going to be influencing a lot of people at this time. So this is about being, full of integrity, honor, and staying humble throughout the success that may be coming to you at this time, because certainly this puts you in a very good position. The spotlight is on you, the sun is shining in your life, and so on. So all of this is coming to you, despite the changes and transitions happening here. This is what it's bringing for you, and this is your relationship ultimately as well. Through all the turmoil and the changes and transitions that are happening, this is what's on the other side of that. So just bear that in mind. It's a very, very positive card, lovely card, very warm, very creative card. There may be a celebration happening a little bit later on this year. You may be planning some sort of celebration with friends and family, but it's a special event. For some of you that it may be happening depending on where you are in the world. The summer season may be important for certain people, but otherwise it's just some event that you are going to be planning later on in the year. And it's an important event. It's going to be a very joyous and happy occasion. So, possibly that's why the children are coming in as well. There's some sort of coming together, which is a lovely, warm, and it's a very vibrant energy, this. As I said, you've got Sedna, infinite supply here. So she works with the sea and all the sea creatures. So any support you can give to support, people that work with the sea or the sea creatures, or any organizations, sort of charities, things like that. Any organization which is working to help clean the seas or look after the seas or the sea creatures, or any kind of support that you can give is greatly appreciated. But she's just saying that this is an abundant universe, and all your needs are met. And just have faith in that. Tap into that stream. Tap into that awareness and that consciousness that there's infinite supply in the universe. It's an abundant universe. You just have to tap into it. The lack and the poverty consciousness is a learned consciousness. It's a learned programming. So you can unlearn it. And the only way you can do that is by tapping into this abundance and tapping into the trust and just relax into the universe and let it work on your behalf. She's saying you are supplied for today and all of your tomorrow. So you will have your roof over your head. You will have enough to eat. You will have everything you need, whatever is appropriate for you. Just relax in that knowing. Okay, so for you, we've got Rhiannon Sorceress, as I said, and we've got Neptune Sacrifice. So definitely magic, psychic gifts, psychic talents, connecting to the divine in whatever way that may be for you. People can connect to the divine in many ways, whether it's through dance or creativity or artistry or assisting children, or the way they speak, the way they dress, the way they influence others, the way they conduct their life. This is about pulling down the inspiration from heaven, pulling down the beauty and the infinite beauty and creativity and divinity that is available to us, being able to tap into that and pull it down. Some of you may be involved in the film industry. You know, this can govern that. It also covers all sorts of things to do with oils and perfumes and the artistic industry, beauty, anything like that may be important for you at this time. But it is very much about dreams. So just, you know, there's nothing wrong with having dreams. There's nothing wrong with thinking about things in the future. Just don't live in that dreamy world, because Neptune can make you fall under a few illusions, you know. So, you know, just keep your feet on the ground, stay grounded, and avoid confusion as well. Keep your feet on the ground, and keep your communications clear at all times. But you can also be entering a phase where you are greatly assisting others at this time. So this is service to others. That is, Neptune rules the 12th house. So this is where sacrifice comes in, service to others. But it can also be service to your partner in your relationship. Perhaps you are having to take a little step back at this time, surrender any ego wants and needs, wants and desires. Surrender those at this time, just at this time, because there are things moving. Currently, wheels are turning. But this is ultimately saying that you are a magical person who can manifest your clear intentions into reality. So whatever is your magical ability, it could be, as I said, the way you speak, the way you write, the way you conduct your day, your life, the way you help children, or just the way you, whatever it is that you do in your life. A full moon may be important for you. We've got a lot of moon energy this month. So see how that comes in for you. But she's basically saying that spend time outdoors, connect with nature. It's going to help you tremendously. So go on your walks, do your excursions into nature, because you're going to get a lot of information from that, and support, you know. But this is ultimately about you working your magic in some way, whatever it is, whatever is your gift, your ability, your talent, just your way. This is something that you've come into this lifetime with. It's inherent in you, and it could be stirring and waking up at this time. Certainly with Neptune, you could be dreaming a lot of things, or you could be receiving a lot of information through your dreams about your partner, about your relationship, or you could be hearing or feeling things, and this is your partner transmitting information to you. So from their higher self, it could be emotional things, it could be song lyrics. So you're tapping in, you're very much tapped in at this time. So, you know, harness this beautiful ability to manifest beautiful things in your life. Positive words, positive affirmations, positive thoughts, and that is what you will manifest. But you have abilities and you know, so on. So you make sure you use them, and hone them in some way as well. Your partner could also be seeing you in this light. They could be seeing you in a very mystical, magical fashion, and seeing that you are very much connected to your inner divinity, and to God, or to your angels, or to your guides, or whatever it is that you that you resonate with. And they could be very much seeing you in this light at this time. And, you know, so it's putting this lovely energy onto you. And they also can see you as being a sorceress, as being able to manifest in your life. And they could be very much learning from this, because they are going through tremendous transition at this time. So they could be pulling on that information. You could be guiding them at this time through their sort of trials and tribulations, or turmoils, or changes, or whatever it is going on for them at this time. For them, we've got Butterfly Maiden transformation. You are experiencing enormous change right now, which brings great blessings. And then you've got Pluto, the transformation card. So 11 is coming up there. This could be manifesting in the 11th month, or the 11th of a month. So you know, just see where 11 comes in. It could also be 1 and 1 is 2 weeks from now, 2 days from now, 2 months from now. Just see how that plays out for you. But for them, you could also be viewing them in this way, seeing that they're going through tremendous transformation, but know ultimately that this is absolutely the right thing for them to be going through, and that they should be letting go of fears. They should be letting go of their fears, because on the other side of that is exactly right for them. Their path will be clear for them. They will know what they need to do, but they just need to let go of the fears which may be holding them back at this time. This is inevitable. It's a very necessary change that they're going through, and you know, it's going to release a lot of things for them, and bring about a very deep transformation. So there could be a lot of turmoil or pressure coming on. There could be quite a bit rising up from under the surface of their lives, so from their unconscious or from the past. These are things that may have been hidden or just not revealed at this time, or things they didn't know about. There could be the odd secret or two, but it's generally about things rising to the surface to be dealt with. There could be some control issues going on around them, or they could be really trying very hard to control their emotions and control things in their life, where in actual fact they just should go with the transformation, because that ultimately is going to make it a much smoother transition for them. But this can also be about sexuality, and they could be connecting with you on a very deep level. It can also be just about big issues moving, changing, cycles in their lives, things ending, things beginning, old chapters ending, new chapters beginning. Also regeneration. So if you are already in a relationship with this person, you could be going in your relationship through a regeneration. So because they are going through that and a renewal, then that is going to bring other energies into your relationship as well. So, this transformation is very important. We all go through them. It's cyclical. But just know that on the other side of that will be something lovely. The butterflies indicate the freedom and the release from that cocoon. So this is imminent, and they just need to go through that transformative process, and just know that it's completely the right thing to do, and it will be fine. From the situation point of view, as I said, you could just be going through quite a bit, or seeing them, your partner, going through quite a bit, and you just may need to step back a little bit and sacrifice your time or your energy. Just pull back a little bit, but stay grounded, stay empathic, stay compassionate. Just don't be a doormat. Obviously, keep your boundaries, but work on your manifestation, what it is you want. And this goes hand in hand with Mercury retrograde, because Mercury retrograde is about launching, about initiating, about purchases, about taking an act, making an act of something, or launching something, or making a play for something. But it's saying that at this time, Mercury retrograde, which will occur obviously, but it's saying that during that time, this is a period for review. It's not a time to be launching or initiating or making big strides or making big purchases, really something big. It's not a time to be doing that. So pull back, because this is a time for review or revision or repeat, anything with a re in front of it, reinvention, release. It could be also a time for releasing things. But basically it's back to the drawing board. It's saying that you in your relationship, or you together, need to just go back to the drawing board and come up with a better plan, because the plan that you were thinking of needs fine-tuning. It needs an adjustment. There are things in there which need to be changed or need to be looked at again, because then you will come up with a much better plan. Once you've gone through that review process and gone through things with a fine-tooth comb, things will be much better, and you will come up with a much better plan. You will know when Mercury retrograde has sort of passed, because your communications start to improve. Mercury retrograde can, for certain people at certain times, it can bring about electronic failures or mishaps, miscommunication, misunderstanding, misinterpretation, mistakes, anything with a miss. So it's basically, when things are not unfolding as they should. You say something, it gets taken up the wrong way. You send an email, it goes into your drafts box and doesn't get sent, or something like that. Electronics and the internet can act up as well. So back up everything that's important in your relationship. It's that sort of time, but it really is a time to go inward with your magnifying glass, look at everything again, and you will come up with a much better plan. That is the ultimate with Mercury retrograde. It can also bring somebody from the past, or some people from the past, back into your life. So if this is not a current relationship, and this is somebody that you are sort of moving forward into a relationship with, it could be that they are an old flame, somebody from the past coming back. But it seems to me that it could also be that people from your past, or from your relationship past, whether it's with this person or with another, may just come back, and you could get a lot of closure from that, or clarity, or some kind of some sort of clarification, whether it's personal within your relationship, to see how it plays out. But that conversation or that discussion or that letter or that text or whatever it is helpful, and it helps you to close or finish or sort of complete something, and that is the purpose of them popping back into your life. But as I said, it could also be, like I said, an old flame, somebody coming back into your life. But see where you are. I mean, this reading is for people that are sort of in the very beginnings of a relationship, or already a couple, and and so just see how that plays out for you. Then here we've got Kali, endings and beginnings. The old must be released so that the new can enter. So this was a theme for your person, but it's coming up as an advice in the advice section as well. So there seem to be issues possibly from your relationship past with this person, or from your own personal relationships, whatever applies to you, that things that need to be ended and new things coming in. So this is saying, do not fear these changes that are occurring. Don't fear them, because that is going to create resistance, and you don't want to do that, because Kali is the get things done goddess, the ultimate get things done goddess. She will clear the decks if necessary. So go with her energy, work with her energy, release what needs to be released so that you can move forward. Accept the changes, accept what's coming to you. So just see how it's possibly the build up to that. But the old must be released so that the new can enter. But it's completely right. Let go of all fears. This is a very necessary change. With the Leo, this is about, perhaps you have some pride issues that need to be let go of, or your person does, or within the relationship. Pride does come in with Leo, but so does honor, integrity, and honesty, and warmth, love, romance, children, and the will to do things. So it's a very creative energy, and so create new things, create a new beginning for yourselves, and use the Leo energy. That's a very creative energy, very childlike energy, lots of fun, living for the moment, enjoying being in the spotlight, so there's some sort of warmth and love and romance and playfulness and just sheer enjoyment, which needs to be harnessed at this time. So create the foundation or the environment for that. Let go of past things, so that you can move forward in this lovely energy, a very playful energy. As I said, lots of honor and integrity, and go for that. Any pride issues, let go of those. You've got children here as well, so children may be important in your life at this time, but it's that lovely childlike energy, that creative energy, but it is certainly about romance and enjoying and loving and all of those wonderful emotions. So make room for that now. Then for the potential here for the current situation, we've got, as I said, Damara guiding children, and we've got third house messages. So this is saying to you that, I think you've had this card a few times before. So there's some aspect of your inner child possibly that you need to connect with, and once you do that, you will then be able to move very rapidly into the present moment, and then from the present moment you can make really, really wonderful decisions. Children naturally connect to the present moment. They don't live in the past, they don't live in the future, they live in the present. They feel joy, happiness, whatever it is that's going on, they feel it in the moment. And your inner child needs a voice, it needs to be heard. No matter what went down in your past, this could be past life, or it could be from your current lifetime, but it's very much about connecting to that. Sorry, excuse the dog's barking. It's about connecting to your inner child and allowing that inner child to speak. But also it's about possibly you connecting with your children at this time, whether it's a profession for you or whether it's your own child or children. It's about connecting to them. Perhaps they need guidance at this time. Perhaps with transformations that are happening, you just need to reassure them that all is well. But it's a lovely energy, and you have abilities and skills in this. You have abilities and skills in this area. So whether it's your children or somebody else's children or your inner child, pull that up, that lovely childlike playful energy. Be more playful, be more connected to your inner child, and that will bring the joy into your life, which is the sun spirit. And I feel that this is what will manifest for you once you connect to this. And with the third house messages, you may be needing to take a little short trip somewhere. This is a local type of journey. Cars, road maps, things like that may be coming in. Electronics may be coming in. But it's also very much the house of communication. So this is communication with others, other people in your environment, or it could be on a slightly bigger basis than that. But it can also be communications with other family members. So this can be aunts, uncles, cousins, relatives, or siblings. Siblings come in with this, or it could even be neighbors. So some aspect of that may come into your relationship, but certainly within your relationship, it's about communication. Very much every word, every written word, every spoken word, and your body language, hugely important. And this is why with guiding children, you can once you connect to your inner child, then you'll be able to communicate much better things that you've perhaps hidden, or things that you need to air, or just to connect to that lovely energy. But it's all about communication. There could also be documents or contracts involved in this. So maybe something is coming up for you to do with your children, or to do with children that you're involved with, or it's to do with your relationship. And it's about having that lovely receptive energy, being receptive to hearing or seeing the message, or you may have to give the message out. But it's all about communication, and certainly making a small trip maybe somewhere is going to be important and helpful to you, and just to connect you to yourselves and to your relationship again. I just want to do a destiny card now. Creativity. So this is why you have the Leo card, and why you have the Damara child card, and also it does connect to your manifestation ability. So you need to create with this endings and beginnings here. Create space for this lovely Leo energy that wants to come in here now. Create space for that. Create space for new things, a clean slate, and a fresh start if you're already in this relationship. Create a lovely, warm, happy, loving space, lots of romance, lots of childlike activities, and so on. Use your creativity. Now, don't get this confused with artistic ability. Creativity is quite a different thing. You don't need to be artistic to be creative. Creative is how you speak, how you dress a table for a meal, how you prepare a meal. It is how you approach your life in general, how you write letters, how you talk to others, what you do in your daily life, your handcrafts, or it can be anything, absolutely anything. But it's your flair, it's your brand, your particular way of doing something. So harness that, and use that, and use whatever you can to bring this creativity into your life, to stimulate fresh energy and to move you forward. And with that, you will manifest exactly what you want to do, or what you want in your life. And with that comes the sun, this lovely, positive, childlike, creative energy. So it's connecting to that, and that's going to help you tremendously. It will help you to also connect with your inner child. And if it's a new venture that you need to take on, or perhaps something you want to launch or do, just take this time, Mercury retrograde period, to actually look at the plan again, because some part of that needs a revision. But it will be much better once you've gone through that period. Once your communications are rolling again and everything is up and running, then you will know Mercury retrograde has passed you, and then you can apply this plan or this new project or whatever it is that you want to do, and know that the universe has got is going to help you and will meet all your needs while you going through that process, and when you want to launch this new project, if that is the case for you. Okay, Libra, I hope you enjoyed that. Please take care. Please don't forget to subscribe, and I hope you have a wonderful month, and I will see you next time.